All right, so we have finished our first module, Ways of Thinking. Now we are going to move on to module number 2 in this class. We are going to look at ways of reading. So the first lesson that I want to talk to you about today is just a bit of a rundown, more specifically about your first major assignment, the essay summary and response. So this module is going to be broken down into 5 lessons, the one from today. Then you will have a lesson on identifying and restating the main idea. Then building on that, you will have a lesson in identifying and restating the thesis. Then we will look at types of analysis, and then we will look at types of evidence. Your first assignment in this class is this essay summary, and that is due on February 20th. So what exactly is an essay summary? First, we're going to look at what is it, why do we do it, and then we will talk about the example that I have available on Blackboard. Okay, so what is it? In a nutshell, it is you reading an essay and then doing a little bit of English work yourself. So writing down in a fairly formal way, what's it about, right? And maybe why is it important? Now, why do we do this? Well, it's an opportunity to sort of have a conversation with the text, insert yourself into the academic conversation, and really start to sort of generate your own ideas about this topic or this issue or, you know, these types of things that may interest you. So why do we do it? Well, we do it so that we make sure that we understand the essay at a level that goes beyond just sort of surface reading, right? We can read something and just kind of, you know, yep, okay, I get it. Or we can read it, and really get it. So we're going into that sort of deeper meaning with an essay summary. Again, as I said, it's an opportunity to sort of try some ideas out, see how reading this text has sort of helped develop your reasoning and understanding. And then in particular with this course, it helps you to figure out how this text might be really useful for incorporating into your own sort of larger argument. So something to keep in mind as we move forward in this course into eventually a final research paper. So the example that I would like to use for you know, what you're aiming for with this essay summary is the summary that is on Blackboard from Girl Unprotected. So this was the summary that you read way back in the first week of the semester. You had a video, I made a video available of sort of my process of reading the essay, taking notes, writing the summary, doing some editing, and finally finishing it off. So that is the example that I would like to use moving forward for the next couple of weeks. So it will be important for you to make sure that you have a look at it. Maybe hopefully you read it in the beginning of the semester, but please read it again and refresh your memory. I also have not only the summary, but the actual essay that I read posted on Blackboard. So as I said, this is due on February 20th. So this is your first sort of high stakes assignment. And what you will include in this assignment is you will summarize the main idea or the thesis statement, main idea and the thesis statement. You will let me know how is this organized. So looking at those sort of approaches, right? Analysis, comparison, evaluation, provide evidence from the text. We'll look at different ways of providing evidence later on in this module. Think about methods of proof, which we have learned about now. Also types of analysis, which we will learn about in a couple of lessons. And then finally, a comment on whether you agree or disagree with the essay, why or why not. If that's difficult for you to figure out, like whether you agree or disagree or how to articulate that, maybe instead try and answer the broader context question. So the so what question, why is this important? So those are the 4 things that you will be required to do for this first major assignment. So how do you do that? How do you put this assignment together? Well, this is the process that I suggest that you go through. So identify the subject or the main idea, rewrite the thesis, have a look at any of these key terms in the essay that might be important for you to understand. This is particularly important if an essay is really sort of, honing in on one specific kind of term or idea, right? Like make sure that you fully understand it. And the best way to do that is by trying to define it, right? Rewrite it in your own words. Highlight any kind of main points of argument. Consider the purpose, the tone, the audience, the context, those methods of proof. And then finally, what's the point, right? What's the big deal? Why? So what? What is the main context here? Why is it important? So that is the sort of process that you would go through while reading your essay in order to draft this essay summary assignment. So to get us started, this is the first activity that I would like you to do for this module. I would like you to read the article, Girl Unprotected, and then read the summary example. Then I would like you to identify, parts of the summary, either by kind of highlighting them or quoting them. See if you can see within the summary, where did I sort of hit on these different things that, rewriting the thesis or defining terms or showing some points of evidence, things like that, right? So where do I do that? Evaluate it, right? What else might I have included? What was, successful in this summary? What could I have done differently? And then, of course, share these ideas with the rest of your classmates on the discussion post. So that is the summary of the essay summary. And then as we continue through this module, we will start to look at these different sort of processes and components that you are to include. All right. As always, email me if you have questions, talk to each other on the discussion boards, and thank you very much. And we will see you again soon.